Hello in Jersey, welcome to the Star Ledger Newsroom, Tuesday, September 2nd. Bennies go home. It's the mantra recited by territorial shore area residents who feel besieged every summer as tourists, who they call bennies, swarm into their home turf. With yesterday, Labor Day, marking the traditional end of the summer tourist season, Benny haters got their wish. I caught up with a group of shore area locals who started a website specifically to voice their ire against bennies. It's called BennyGoHome.com. Check it out. All right, we're here with the crew from BennyGoHome.com, and we're on the border of Seaside Heights and Seaside Park here, Route 35 North. The traffic is heading north, and the bennies are going home. Now, this must feel like Christmas morning for you guys, right? I mean, is this what you wait for all year?
Well, it's a little good to have our towns back, yes. The local areas that we go to are the same places that everyone else goes to. It's just that in the winter, we can frequent them more often without having to get hassled, basically.
How do you mean by hassled? Well, what is it about bennies? Why did you guys start the site? What's it all about? What is it that gets under your skin about tourists and bennies?
It's not really the tourists that aggravate us. It's more of a joke on that end. It's just the fact that there are some rude tourists who come down here. And generally, in the past, it was called Benny for Bayonne, Elizabeth, Newark, New York. But it's just mostly now the term Benny is a rude tourist. It's not that we hate all North Jerseyans or all New Yorkers. That's not the case at all. We love the tourists down here.
Rude people come from everywhere. And it's just that we happen to see a lot of rude people. And we have to deal with it because we live here all year. Whereas those people come here to vacation and have a good time, they think I can act and behave here in a way that I wouldn't act and behave in my own home.
But doesn't Benny, aren't you labeling an entire group of people? I mean, why not say, rude tourists go home? Or why not you say, Benny'sBehave.com?
Well, I believe the term, we didn't make up the term. The term has been used and frequented by locals by the last century. I've grown up knowing what a benny is before I entered grade school.
What's a benny? Define a benny.
A benny is a rude or disrespectful tourist who comes to your shore town and acts like because he can spend money that he is necessarily, it may be better than you are.
Like some of the guys yelling at us as we're driving by right now.
Maybe.
Drives people crazy to be called bennies. Now, what do you say to somebody who says, hey, I come down here every year, I spend money, I pay taxes, my money goes to this place, it supports the livelihood of people like you, give me a break.
It's free speech. Come on, you guys can open Piney Go Home if you really want.
And we say that actually it's your behavior that denotes you as a benny. If you come here and you respect everyone around you, you respect the environment, you respect the community in which you're staying in, you'll go right under the radar. We won't even notice that you're a benny. The people that we label are bennies are the people who are causing fights, who are causing trouble, or yelling, screaming, catcalling women on the boardwalk. That sort of behavior is what calls them out as a benny. All
right, these cars are coming by. Is there a way to identify people as bennies as they're coming down the road and heading north here?
By the old school definition, you could look for the Brooklyn blowback, the screaming and yelling, the gold chain, about 75 kids crammed into a BMW.
There will also be a lot of boogie boards, beach chairs, camper,
flippers.
We've even seen pools, like those kiddie pools, strapped to the tops of cars, and which leads me to wonder, like, the beach is 100 feet that way. Why do you need a kiddie pool?
And now, for a more harmonious take on the end of summer in New Jersey, it's a worship flotilla, an annual ritual on a North Jersey lake in which churchgoers leave the church and step onto boats and worship in the middle of the lake. Here's the video.
For nearly 100 summers, the middle of Culver Lake in Sussex County has provided the sanctuary for Christ Union Chapel's Sunday evening services.
Oh, it's just gorgeous.
The Reverend Robert Berenger is the leader of the worship flotilla.
All right, how many can we get on board?
Why don't we get Lillian?
There you go. Watch that old crank down there.
What's that crank?
That's the thing.
It's not me, it's the crank.
Oh, yes, it is.
Roger Rydell has spent all of his 63 summers involved in the floating service.
Well, for me, it was always the lack of formality. The message was always the same.
I think we're about in the middle. All right, you want to work on that anchor.
But the atmosphere, the environment, the whole sense of the service was Not unstructured, but unstructured.
This is just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to make a joyful noise to the Lord. 'Cause you gave me a heart and you gave me a smile. You gave me Jesus and you made me your child. And I just thank you, Father, for making me me. And what a privilege to be in this beautiful, beautiful spot as the sun goes down, the summer comes to an end, and yet the joy of this place and the joy of our faith go with us wherever we go. The sun setting in that gap is just a beautiful, I mean, you couldn't create a church building any more beautiful than that.
I hate to see us get so modern that we lose some of these kind of special things.
No spot is so dear to my childhood as the little white church by the lake.
All right, let's wrap things up by taking a look at the comments coming in here on our NJ.com news blogs, and far and away, the most comments of any story on NJ.com have to do with the choice by Senator John McCain and his running mate Sarah Palin, and the revelation yesterday that her 17-year-old unwed daughter is pregnant. Comments like this coming in from Lipso. Mrs. Palin supported abstinence concerning sex education when she ran for office. I guess she didn't tell her daughter. And then there's a response to Lipso from M. Zvedson, who says, "Are you a parent? Really? Sometimes no matter what values you raise your children with, truths from the Bible, etc., kids do what they do because they're young and stupid." All right, that wraps up Ledger Live for today. Keep in touch. Send us your photos, videos, emails. Shoot them to us at ledgerlive@starledger.com, and you can log on and sound off on our news blogs at NJ.com. All right, Jersey, take it easy.